I'm in my basement again, and actually, I've made the rounds around this room so far one time, except for the closet. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple. There's not a whole lot in the closet, so maybe I can get through everything in there. We'll give it a go. So if you've got something around your house that you need to declutter, grab your stuff and come on. We'll do it together, and let's go see what I've got in this closet. It's right there behind me. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, it's right behind me. Let's go see. I've been kind of putting off going through this until last because I have some bags and purses and things in here, and I'm not really sure that I'm ready to let go of them yet. These were little dresses that went with my doll, and I've had her since I was 7. That is her laying down there, and she needs to be all cleaned up and tidied up. I pulled both of the cardboard boxes down off of that shelf, and this one has a bunch of totes in it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be ready to let go of them or not, but I can still go through it and see if there's anything I'm ready to let go of now. And as for the rest of it, I can at least plant some seeds. Maybe start thinking about, is there a way that I'm going to use these things? Am I going to use these things? And do I really need to have this many? Yeah, so I think this is going to be a little seed planter box. But the other box, it looks like the stuff that I put out either last year at Easter or earlier this year or the year before. I'm not sure which. I'd rather go through this at Easter, and if I decide I'm not going to use something, I can let go of it at that time. But mostly it just looks like some little Easter books and a few little decorative pieces. Not very much, and it all fits nicely into this box. I do eventually want to move away from the cardboard boxes as storage, but I also don't want to go out and purchase anything right now for storing items because I'm still decluttering and I'm still gathering, and so it's possible that I may declutter some of this and have less to store. It's also possible that I'll find other Easter items somewhere in the house and I may need a bigger bin. So for now, it all fits nicely in here. I know that it's up there on that shelf, so I'm going to just put the lid back on it, put it back up there, and at Easter, I'll go through this, and probably by that time, if I have more Easter items around the house, I will have found them, and I can go through them all at the same time, and then decide if I need to purchase another type of container for the Easter decor, or put it into a bigger bin, or what I'm going to do. So for now, this is just going to go back up on the shelf. In addition to the totes that I found in this box, there was this tote full of these little cubby things, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use them, but I don't want to let them go until I have finished my decluttering and have decided what types of organization I want to use. So for now, these are fine here in this tote, keeps them all together, so I'm going to hang on to those. And I also found this shoe file, which I think I was also thinking the same thing. It's something that I might use for some type of organization when I'm done with my decluttering. So I'll hang on to that also for now. If I don't use it, I'll let it go in the future. And then I have a few totes here that I think we could probably use these as shopping totes. And then this one I have used, I think, for going on trips. And also, I think I've used it a couple of times for when I've done book events. Probably won't use it for the book events because I have other things to use for that now. But I might use this for when we travel. We haven't done any traveling for a couple of years or so, so that's why I can't be sure. But for now, I'm going to hang on to that. I got this at a little secondhand shop. I never carried it as a purse, but I just love the artwork on it. So after I'm done decluttering, I'm hoping to find a place that I can just hang it up so that I can just enjoy it like a piece of art. And not necessarily on my wall, but just out where I can see it and that way I can just enjoy it. This is from 31. My niece sells that, and so I have several purses and totes from 31, and this one has my name on it. I haven't been carrying it, but I do like this print, and I do like this particular purse. So I'm going to hang on to that also for the time being. I don't think I'm going to use this one for anything. I actually made this one back in 1986. It's not a tote you buy. I made the tote and everything. I cross-stitched the design on it. I put little snaps and stuff. But yeah, I made the whole tote bag. But you know what? I'm not using it for anything. I don't think I ever really used it for anything. And I don't think it's one that either one of us would take to the store to use as a shopping tote. So I think I'm going to go ahead and let this one go, and this one. I can't promise I'll get very far with this basket full of totes and purses either, because honestly, before I brought these things down here, I had already gone through and decluttered quite a few. But you never know. Maybe this time I'll find some more that I'm ready to let go of. So let me pull all of these out and we'll see what the situation is. As I took the purses and the totes out of the basket, I kind of got an idea of which ones I wanted to hang on to, which ones I wanted to let go of, and a couple of them that I'm just kind of not sure about. This is really cute, but I don't think I'm going to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and let that one go. Because of my neck, I just kind of use a small purse and I don't put a lot in it. And even though this is a small purse, it has a little weight to it. And by the time I would fill it up with things, it would just be too heavy. So I'm not going to use it. I do like to keep a small purse that I can use when I go to my book shows, because that I can put the pens and the receipt book and some change and that sort of stuff into a little purse. So I was looking at these two and thinking, which one would I more likely use? I love purple, but most likely I would use this one. So I'm going to keep this one and let the purple one go. It's very cute. It's got lots of little, you know, like 60s looking things on it. But I don't think I'm going to use it. I had a lot of things when I was working that I would use for a little while, or get something and then find out it really didn't do what I wanted it to do. So that's why I have so many purses and totes, and a lot of them I never even ended up using them. I actually bought this from a coworker. She was letting go of some things. She was a natural declutterer, and I really like this print. It's not one that you can find easily. And so I bought that from her. I haven't been using it, but sometimes you need a little bit bigger purse instead of the little type that I carry. And I do like a black one sometimes, so I'm going to hang on to that for now at least. I think that could be used for traveling, you know, so you could put things in that. This one is a 31 thing, and I ordered that. And I had this put on it because that's pretty much what I do. I'm always winging it. So I'm going to make a point of using this. This one we actually got at a thrift store. And I think I bought this because I thought it would be good for like a lined tote. But I don't know. I mean, we've never used it. And I'm kind of thinking we won't. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just let that one go. This is a purse that my mom and dad bought for me when they took a trip to Mexico. And I think I was 10 years old. So I'm going to hang on to that. When I took Spanish class, we had to do a report, an oral report, and we had to speak in Spanish. And what I did was I did a report on this purse that my parents bought me when I was a kid. So I used it for that. And then I have a bandana, and I have these 3 hats. I don't think I'm going to use them, but what I'm going to do is take these upstairs, try them on, see how they look, and I'll decide if I'm going to keep any of those. I don't know if I will. I'll probably hang on to the bandana though. I'm going to keep this one because like I said before, sometimes you need a little bit bigger purse. I used to carry this one all the time. I carried it to the point that it actually kind of wore out, but I really think it's just adorable. So the reason I kept it is I wanted to see if there was a way that I could make this into some kind of art, repurpose it somehow, or just somehow utilize it. So I think what I'll do, just like that other purse that I like the art on it, I'm just going to find a way to use this so that I can enjoy looking at it. So I will hang on to it, but not to use as a purse. I've got this big tote, and it had some smaller totes in it, and there were some totes hanging in the closet and just sitting there. So I just put all of those in here. This is just a gift bag, so I can put that to use. This purse, it's a little straw purse, and I don't use it, but I think it can be used decoratively. So for the moment, I'm going to hang on to that. As you can see, I hung a necklace on it. And then these I kept just because they're small things, and I can use those inside of a suitcase or something if we travel. But then I also have this big tote, and it is stuffed full of more tote bags and stuff, it looks like. I don't know why I have so many tote bags, honestly. I mean, I used to have like one purse, and then for some reason I ended up with all these. And then I also found some hangers and found some that already that I'm going to be letting go of. But yeah, this one right here, this looks a little daunting, but oh well, it's not going to go through itself. Well, this is a crazy amount of totes, but some of these I can use for shopping totes. Some can be used as a gift bag, and some I can use maybe as something to put things in for storage or for organizing. So for now, that's what I have. It's a big tote full of totes. And then of course, like I said, I'm going to go upstairs and try the hats on, decide about those. And then these are the ones that I had already picked out that I'm letting go of. But I also found a few more. These can be used as gift bags, so I may do that, but I'm not going to keep them in my totes as something to keep. It's something that if I can use them fairly soon, I'll use them as gift bags, but otherwise I'll just let them go. And then also I had these. I got these secondhand from my niece, and I never did use them, so I'm just going to go ahead and let them go. This one I bought and then never did end up using it. It has my initial on it, but if I can find somebody with the same initial who would like to have it, then I'll just go ahead and pass it along. I have this cute little purse. I'm not going to use that, so I'm going to let it go. And I had a tote bag and another one of these tote bags. And then this little tote, its handles fell off of it, but maybe somebody can use it for something. And then this one has been used, and so it looks a little worn on the inside, but maybe somebody can put it to use. What was really interesting is, I don't wear makeup, but I have in the past bought makeup. I know I wore makeup when I did my little Halloween costume, and so that may be when I bought this stuff. And I probably just hung on to it just in case, probably to use for a craft or something, but never did because I forgot it was even up there. And so there's just some little makeup brushes and stuff, and these little eyelash curler. I don't know what this is, but it's been in here a while, I'm sure. So it can go, and this can go. I don't need that because I don't use it. And then when I did crafting stuff, a lot of times I would use old eye makeup and things like that. But I'm not doing any crafting, and I don't wear makeup, so these can also go. And let's see, another makeup tool of some sort. I don't even know what these things are. This is just packaging. Oh, this probably came out of it, maybe. I don't know. But also, don't need that. So the only thing left is the little case, and That actually is not a bad case for traveling. You don't have to put makeup in it, but that wouldn't be a bad case to have for traveling. So I think I'll hang on to the case for now, but all of these makeup things, they can go. I didn't even know I had them. But I do, this stuff was in my office slash craft room slash sewing room, which was too much for any one room. And I do remember putting all that stuff in there and thinking I would use it for crafting, but I didn't. So it can all go. These things were tucked away in the closet. They were here when we bought the house. We don't need to use them, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let them go. Hopefully somebody else can use them. I pulled out the bin and the box that were still in the floor of the closet, and yeah, I peeked inside, and yeah, there's more. I'm like, really? Seriously. I don't even know what to say. But okay. At this point, I'm thinking I'm going to go do something else and take a little break and then come back down here and deal with some more of this, because I'm at purse and tote bag overload right now. I don't know about you, but this is just more than I can handle. Yeah, I'll come back in a minute. Well, a few minutes, and we'll do a little more. I emptied out this box, and as you can see, there were quite a few things in there. There was some purses, some wallets, some little totes. Apparently I bought something and I was going to probably make little stocking stuffers or something, but I didn't do it, so all of that can go. I don't even remember for sure who that was for. And there were some of these little size totes. This one I'm going to keep because I think I can use that maybe as an organization thing. And then there's a couple of totes inside, including some of these. I bought these for the purpose of using them to put a gift in. So I'm going to hang on to those for now. I don't think I ever even used any of these. So I'm going to let all of those go. And I bought these at the dollar store years ago, and when my niece's kids were younger and we had some other friends who had younger kids, I think I bought these to use for them, and maybe I didn't get around to using them. I know I did use some over the years, but those kids are all grown now and they don't need it, and I don't have anyone to give them to, so I'm just going to pass those along. I did use this for a long time. I may put this with my other two things that are kind of artsy so that I can just still enjoy looking at it. But I've also used this purse a lot, and I'm not going to use it anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and pass that along. This is similar to the other purse that I had with the pink, but this was a newer version of that same purse, and it's a little bit bigger or something, and I never did really care for it that much, so I'm going to go ahead and pass this one along. Say goodbye. With this purse, I kind of like this one, and so instead of keeping this purse that I had picked out from the stuff earlier, even though I think this is very pretty, I think I'm just going to go ahead and pass this one along and keep this one. This one is a little bit bigger, so I could probably put things that are longer in it, but I don't think I really need to. So I'm going to keep this one and let this one go instead. And then I found this thing in there, and I think this would make a really nice size bag for like if I had an overnight thing, or like if we were on a trip and I just needed to go into a hotel room for overnight. I think that would make a good bag for that. And then these two little things would make great dividers in that bag. So I'm going to keep those things and these things for now, but the rest of this is all going to go. Okay, so now we can see what was in the tote. This is a big tote, and it says, I had it put on there, Dream, Imagine, Believe, and I am going to keep that. Not sure what I'm going to use it for, but I got it when I was doing a lot of my book shows and stuff, so I'm going to hang on to that at least for the time being. This bag has several like little black purses, and I think for the time being I'm going to hang on to them, including my little kitty cat purse. I'm probably not going to use that, but I just think it's adorable. Maybe I can gift that away to somebody for Christmas or a birthday or something. I know I bought this one secondhand, and this is one of those famous like name brand purses, but honestly I can't remember what it is. You guys probably know. I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to go ahead and let it go. I bought these two, and I don't think I ever, I mean, I know I didn't use this one, and honestly I don't think I used this one either. So I'm just going to go ahead and let both of those go, and this little tote thing they were in. I bought this for the other one, for the pink purse, I think, and it didn't fit. It's a different size, and they didn't make the ones for the size purse I already had anymore, so I ended up buying, that's why I ended up buying this purse, was because I had already bought the liner, or the extra cover, because you can change them, the way that it's designed, you can change it. And I had bought this, and then it didn't fit my purse that I had already, so I bought the purse that this would fit, but then I never used it. So that's why I'm okay with letting that go, because I didn't use it. And since this fits that purse, I might as well let that go as well. This big tote thing is full of more totes. And some of these I use when we travel, and some of them I use when I do book shows and things. So for the time being, at least, I'm going to just hang on to those. I didn't even bother taking everything out. But we can add this to the pile of things that will be going, and I'll just put that with it so they'll stay together. But yeah, I'm keeping those things down there and that, but the rest of it, I'm ready to let it go. All of those totes that were in that big tote carrier thing from 31, I managed to fit them all into this bin with the other things that I kept that were in that bin already. And you can see here I have the doll clothes and some hangers on the rod here in the closet, up in the shelf. I put some of the purses and totes that were in that laundry basket. I put them into this box, and the ones that didn't fit are here. And then that is the tote. Those are really large, so they don't fit in the boxes. But that's the tote that had all of those totes in it that I emptied out and put into the bin. So now these two boxes have totes and purses. That has a couple of things in it. It doesn't have very much in it. And those really large totes are up there. And then the Easter decorations are here. And then you can see I cleared out all of this stuff, and so the only thing left is the Monopoly game. It's pretty big, and my doll, and that is it. That's what the closet is looking like now. So now I'm going to show you what all we let go of. When I first started, and for a while, I didn't think I was going to get very far with it, but with the last two, I managed to find quite a few things, and honestly, I think if I pulled the other ones back out now, I'd probably let go of a few more, but I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of all pursed and toted out at this point, so I'll save that for another time. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results. Oh, and Vera Bradley, that's the brand name for that bag. I had a lot of hangers, and I had a lot of pins. I had a lot of boxes, and I had a lot of bins. A lot of decorations, and a lot of books to read. A lot of crafts and sewing. Totes and purses I don't need. They took up all my time, and they took up all my space. But I finally had enough when they tried to take my place. I tossed out lots of boxes, and I tossed out lots of bins. I tossed out lots of hangers, and I tossed out lots of pins. Lots of crafts and sewing, totes and purses I don't need. Lots of decorations, lots of books I'll never read. I took back all my time and I took back all my space. And when I finally had enough, I felt at home in my place. And now I'm going to clear all this stuff up and get ready for the next time I come down here to declutter. It may not be in this room though, since I've already made a pass around this room, but I can still use this room to declutter things in the basement, and I can use this table. Well, both of these tables. I can use these tables to go through things and make a little headway in one of the other areas in this basement, because as you know, this whole basement needs to be decluttered. Let me know in the comments if you went through something today and were you able to let go of a few things. I decided from the hats, I'm going to keep this one, but I'm going to let both of these go. What you doing, Pumpkin? Yeah? Are you going to declutter some stuff? Yeah.